Okay, maybe he's not quite one-shotted, but essentially, I mean, he had no life bar left, so you know what I mean. There's a second pig up over here, and it's really a pain in the ass because he's kind of hidden, so if you don't know he's there, there's a good chance you're going to be hit by him. He's right in this little hollow over there. I'm going to try not to talk too much while I'm fighting this guy, just so I can concentrate. See, these pigs have a high drop rate for blood vials too, which is pretty nice, since you'll most likely get your ass kicked the first couple times you fight them. Oh shit. I definitely do not want to get cornered by those dogs, because if I do, then it's all over. The dogs don't hit for a lot by themselves, but when they get together in a pack like that, they're definitely something to show caution towards, because they will kill you very quickly. See what I fucking mean? Oh my god. And I mean, this area, I've died more in this area than I have the entire game. Like, I've made it through most of the game without dying once. Once I made it to this spot is where I really started to take it in the ass. So you can see this monster up here. By the time you make it to this point, you'll already know that those monsters are something you want to be cautious around, because they, depending on how much HP you have, they can take like 2/3 of your health out in one hit, if not kill you instantly. So, the first time I saw one of those things, you actually have to be killed by one of those in order to make it to this zone, but the first time I encountered one of those, he took out probably like 4/5 of my health in a single hit. Like, I only had a tiny sliver of health left. And then I almost actually killed him, and then I messed up and he killed me, and this is how I ended up finding this area. Otherwise, I probably would have never made it here. Let's see. So I'm going to use my whip on this guy to kind of try to keep some distance, because these guys really hurt. You can see already though, just by the short time I've been here, I've gained almost 14,000 souls. When you're fighting any monsters in this game, the dodge button is your best friend. Just always remember that, and you should be fine. So see, I've been here maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and I've already got 15,000 souls. So you can do the math. Like, a second run through here wouldn't take very long, and you'd get, you know, over 30,000 souls most likely. 30,000 minimum, probably. So, that being shown, I will now head out of this zone, and I'll show you where to find the electrical mace. And I'll also show you another shortcut to another zone in case you haven't been there yet. Yes, I will return to the Hunter's Dream. So that place, just for the time invested, so far yields the most amount of souls that I've seen. And I know in this game they're not called souls, they're called blood echoes, but just since I've played the other Souls games so much, that's what I'm used to calling them. So you want to go to the Cathedral Ward, which you get to this point immediately after you beat the Hunter boss. I don't remember what his name is, but there's a Hunter boss. He's pretty easy once you learn how to kill him. I would have done a video like with hints and tips on how to kill him, but I didn't really start uploading videos until after I had already beaten that boss. And so you'll make it to this spot pretty easily after you kill that boss. I mean, it's literally, you just walk here. There might be one enemy in the way, but there's not a whole lot in your way to get here. But you'll come up this way. And this door, you're actually going to have to go around a different way to get it open. There's a gate there usually. I've already opened it, because when I first made it to this area, you have to buy from the merchant in the Hunter's Dream. It's like a brooch or something, and you buy it from him, and it lets you open another gate. If you hit out, instead of heading out straight like I did, you head to the left, I think, and there's a door there. And then if you head immediately to the right after going through that door, there'll be a big giant guy with an axe, and you can trap him. There's like a gate and a lever, and you wait for him to go through the gate, and you can trap him so you don't have to fight him. And you head up the stairs, and there's a gate that you show the brooch to, and it opens. I think you have to spend like 10 or 20,000 souls to get the key for that gate. Anyway, my whole point of coming down here is this is where you find this electric mace, and there's going to be two enemies down here that will engage you at the same time. They're both hunters, and one of them will have a gun, and like, I don't remember what his hand weapon is, but he mainly shoots at you, and there'll be a guy standing next to this well here who will have this weapon, and when you kill him, you get the weapon. So he should be your primary target when you're coming down here. If you want a little bit more breathing room when you're fighting them, definitely clear out all the enemies along the way here. The giant you shouldn't have to kill. The giant doesn't really chase you at all. The other enemies, they won't chase you down here, but if you try to go too far up there again, they will come after you. So to get to that first farming location I showed you in this video, you come up over here. I'm not going to fight this guy right now, but there's this monster up here, and if you die to him, it transports you to the Unseen Village, which is basically where I just was. And you get a shitload of souls when you're killing things there. Like, it is difficult, just to let you guys know that it is not an easy place to be, but it's definitely worth going there, if nothing else, to farm. I mean, I'll probably be farming there for a while. So if you head the opposite direction, to the left instead of the right, when you make it to these big stairs, that giant door, by the way, would be where Vicar Amelia is located. But if you head to the left, there's actually a zone down here as well. And this is another good place to farm for like mid-level characters, like if you're level 30 or so. And the other places I've shown just aren't doing it for you anymore. You get a lot of souls in this area. In order to get there, you have to go through this forest, which, when you're lower levels, can be kind of a pain in the ass, but I should be able to make it through here pretty easily. And I mean, damn it. So, if you have trouble getting through the game, what I started to do pretty early on is carry a full inventory of throwing knives, just because At higher levels, they're don't seem to be as effective, but at low levels, they definitely deal a lot of damage for the price, which is around 200 souls or whatever for each knife. I also would carry a full inventory of Molotovs. When this became available to me, which isn't right away, you have to kill some bosses first, I think. I started to carry some of these just in case I ran into a boss I wasn't ready to fight yet. The lantern is good for lighting your way in some areas, and it's permanent. It's unlike these other items which are one use. And the bolt paper you actually get from killing one of those two hunters that you fight when trying to get this mace. The one with the gun has bolt paper, so that's pretty cool. And the oil urns just cause Molotovs to do more damage. So me personally, I try to carry a full inventory of these items at all times, because it does make certain parts of the game a lot easier. It's probably the main reason I didn't die a whole lot. Getting up to the point I am now in the game is just because I was able to have weapons and items to throw at the bosses and whatever to get in, you know, an extra hit or two, and that makes all the difference, really, if you can get in a free hit or two on certain enemies. That can save you some trouble, definitely. So that's the lamp for this area. I just wanted to show it, I'm not going to use it. One of the things my friend and I always talk about, though, is in these games, like, how much do you think this dog weighs here? Like, I don't know, probably 70, 80 pounds at least, and the guy's probably like 150, but... See how there's, like, no weight to those bodies? It's pretty cool. Alright, so... I'll show you one more little trick. Because if you come... These enemies hit hard when you're lower level, but they don't do a whole lot... They don't take a whole lot to kill. So as you saw, I pretty much two-shotted them, but... over here, there's an elevator you can use to take a shortcut to both the boss of this area and also a good farming zone. You might, when you first get here, have to take the longer way around to activate that elevator, but it's not hard, because if you head the other way, the only other way you can head, it's just a giant loop that will take you down here. And so you'll find that elevator and write it down, and then it unlocks a shortcut. Similarly, this gate is usually closed. Hitting around the long way, I think, is how you can make it here to unlock that gate. But you head up this way, and this is the direction that the boss is in. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the Hunter's Dream. I've showed you everything I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully that helps, and I will catch you next time. I will... Actually, I think before I call it quits, I'll show you what I've spent my points in. I chose the veteran class, or the military veteran or whatever, which starts out pretty well-rounded. And I've tried to keep my stats well-rounded, which is what I do for all the Souls games, just because it makes it a lot easier if you have a well-rounded character. So it sent me back to the Cathedral Ward. I actually probably should have just taken the lamp back, but that's alright. So I should have enough points to level up at least once now, but I'll show you my stats. See, I've got like 25 in Vitality. I'm going to be leveling up Skill because that increases my damage with my whip. And I want to keep those two around the same. I'm probably going to level them up both up to 40, and then I'll level these two up to 40 as well. And that is pretty much the equivalent of my other Demon Souls and Dark Souls characters. And it seems to be a pretty effective way to go. Alright, you guys, so like I said before, hopefully that helps you out, and I will catch you next time.